sis, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I did a full face using NYX Cosmetics. I went in the store, picked up one product, and decided to do a full face of NYX. Like, you cannot go wrong with NYX. NYX is honestly a brand I would definitely recommend to my beginners. They're affordable, they're black girl friendly, and their products are actually pretty good for their price. You cannot go wrong, guys. So I created this summery, glowy, golden yellow type of a look today, guys. I haven't done my makeup, the whole shebang, in a long time, guys, and I'm glad I used all of NYX because I love how it came out today. I'm loving my eyes, I'm loving my complexion, I'm loving how everything came out today. So if you guys are interested in how I created today's look, then just continue to watch. Why am I in such a crazy excited mood? I'm in a mood today, guys, so don't mind me. I haven't done my makeup in forever, and when I say makeup, I mean like my foundation, some eyeshadow, just a nice full beat. So that is what we're doing today. As you guys can tell by the title, it's all NYX products, guys. I recently bought this Total Control Drop Foundation, guys, and I've been in love. I bought that, fell in love, so I'm like, you know what, let me just do a full face of NYX because honestly, I love NYX. You cannot go wrong with NYX. NYX is affordable, they are black girl friendly, and their products are pretty good. They're pretty decent for its price, so you cannot go wrong with NYX, guys. So I'm gonna get right into this tutorial, guys. I'm gonna start off with my brows. For brows, I'm taking my trusty go-to. This is like, I've been using this for years, the micro eyebrow pencil. This is in the shade black. Pretty much gonna outline my brows. I'm gonna go in with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. This is in Golden Honey. I'm gonna go in with two shades, Golden Honey on the bottom and then Cappuccino on the top. So brows are done. This is pretty much what I do for my brows. If you guys want a detailed updated video on how I do my brows, then just let me know in the comments below. But we are done with the brows. We're gonna move on to our eyes. I'm gonna take the same NYX concealer in Golden Honey and just prime my eyelids. Guys, this is honestly the best brand I would recommend for you beginners just because they're very affordable, and everything that I use today you could go out and get, and it wouldn't be more than 100. I wouldn't say more than 100 if you buy literally all the products I use today. They're affordable, and you know, you can use them just to create any type of look. Like, I pretty much have all of the epic, what do you call these? Not epic, the ultimate eyeshadow palettes. I have almost all of them. I feel like there's like 6 of them. I have 4. I have 3 here. I don't know where the other one is right now, but their eyeshadow palettes are bomb. The colors are bomb. So I definitely would recommend this for beginners, guys. So the only thing from NYX I don't have is like loose powders or pressed powders. So all the powders I'm going to use today is going to be from their Pro palette. And I would definitely recommend this for beginners because you have literally every kind of color powder that you will need in here. I have my highlighting powder in here. I have my contouring powder in here. I have an all over face powder in here. So I'm pretty much going to show you guys how to use this whole palette today. So stay tuned. Do not click out of this video. Do not click, girl. Do not click. I'm gonna go in with that yellow shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pat this and set my eyelids. I'm dipping into the yellow shade. And the reason I'm using this brush is because it literally hugs my eyelids, guys. Look at this. And I could also set right above my eyebrows here, where I applied that concealer as well. So it literally just does everything. I don't know what kind of look I'm going for today. I don't even know which palette I'm gonna use, or if I'm gonna use maybe all three, I don't know. I think I wanna go for a more summery look today, so I'm gonna use this one. This is the Escape Artist palette. It has a lot of oranges, reds, yellows in it. This one also has some oranges and reds, but I'm liking this one a bit better. I think I wanna go for a more of like a sunset eyeshadow look. All right, so I'm gonna bring you guys a bit closer just so you guys can see what I am doing. So I'm gonna dip into this yellow shade as my transition color. This is gonna be the first color we are using today. And we're just gonna focus that right above the crease. I do have numerous eyeshadow tutorials, guys, on my channel. So if you guys want any type of detailed eyeshadow tutorial, I do have them on my channel. I'll link one right above the screen right here so you guys could check it out. But I'm pretty much just going to lay this as the base eyeshadow today. And I'm using a fluffy brush, guys. It's really big and fluffy. This is what I like to start off with when I'm starting with my transition color, just so that I can literally fluff this out right above the crease. And I do like to focus more of the product on the outer portion of my eyes, just so that that part is a bit more defined, and then I just kind of blend it into my inner corner. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, I'm going straight into the crease color. We're going deep today. I'm gonna take this brown shade here, a more tapered pointed brush because we're putting it in our crease. And then I'm gonna focus it in the outer portion of my crease, so like right here. So I'm gonna place the color, dab it in first, make sure I have my pigment, and then we're gonna blend it out after. Want to keep it right here. It looks crazy, guys, but it's going to come together, I promise. So I'm just applying it on the outer V, and then we're going to blend it out. So I'm going back in with the big fluffy brush, and we're going to literally work in circular motions and really diffuse that brown out. So this is how it's looking, a bit more diffused. And I feel like I do want to go back in with some more just because I want it to really pop. Okay, so like I said, I want to make it a bit more defined. So I'm going to dip back into the shade, add a bit more, and then do the exact same thing. Okay, so this is pretty much how it's supposed to be looking, guys. We are not done, we're getting there. I'm gonna go in with this shade here. I'm gonna take a flat brush. We're gonna apply that all over the lid. So this is very, it has a lot of fallout because it is a loose, it's a loose glitter type of eyeshadow. So what I'm doing is packing it on. So as you guys could see, this has a lot of fallout. Like I said, that's a very loose pigmented glitter type of eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it off. I'm gonna take my Bioderma wipes and just wipe off underneath my eyes. Okay guys, so I'm gonna apply my lashes off camera, zoom you guys back out, and we can work on our complexion. All right sis, so lashes are on. I still have a whole bunch of fallout on my face, but it's all good. It's all good. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the NYX Shine Killer Primer. This used to be this I think actually was the first primer I've ever used, ever. This is why I'm so in love with NYX, because like I feel like most of my first types of makeup that I've used was like NYX, Maybelline, L'Oreal, like all drugstore stuff, and I think that's why I love drugstore products. But yeah, so this used to, I believe this was like one of my first primers ever. I don't always use it, of course. You guys don't see me use this at all actually in any of my tutorials, and that's because it's been like an old, it's not new to me anymore. So I applied that in my T-zone, pretty much everywhere that I would get oily. If you are a dry skin girl, they do have the dewy version to that as well. All right, so I'm gonna go straight in with my foundation, the Total Drops Pro Control foundation, guys. This one is in Mocha. Also with this, I don't have to conceal. I know you guys know I usually conceal first and then go in with my foundation, and I do that so that I don't have to go in with a lot of foundation. But with this, I do not need to use a lot of it. That is why it's so tiny. I know a lot of people may like feel like, oh, like why would I get this little foundation? But I'm telling you, a little goes a long way. So I'm just going to apply some on this side and this side, and I think that's pretty much it. I like to use the excess and apply it on my forehead. So I'm going to go in with my buffing brush, and we're just going to buff this into the skin. And let me show you guys what I mean by a little goes a long way. I love that I don't have to conceal, like my face is already concealed. And I'm just gonna take the excess of what's on my brush and put it on my forehead. So that was one side. I'm gonna go in with this side. And this looks a bit dark on me, guys. But it is my match. Once I highlight and contour and do all of my regular stuff, everything is going to pretty much be uniform. Okay, so time to bring back some glow, some dimension, all that good stuff to my face. I'm gonna take the same concealer, NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in Golden Honey, and we're going to conceal under our eyes, our forehead, nose, Cupid's bow, and chin, the usual. And I am gonna go in with my damp beauty sponge and just blend it out. I feel like I'm the only one that doesn't go in with so much concealer under the eye. I don't know, like I just feel like it's unnecessary to go in with so much. I think what it is I don't like to spend so much time blending out. I hate blending out. I feel like I need to add a bit more. So I'm gonna add a bit more. Okay, see how it evened everything out, guys? I don't look so dark like I was looking before. But what was that? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go in with powder now. So I'm done all of my creams. I'm gonna move on to powder. So I'm gonna use all of this, everything that's in this palette, I'm gonna use to pretty much set my face. So I'm gonna go in with the yellow powder here and use that to set all of my highlight areas. And we're just gonna dab that powder in. I'm gonna go in with my contour shade. As you guys can see, it hit pan because I use this shade all the time. And we're just going to powder contour. And I'm using a contour brush. So the forehead is honestly the part that you need to really take in, because as you guys could see here, you could see that line of demarcation. Here is supposed to be highlighted. I do have a detailed highlight and contour tutorial on my channel just to really explain how to highlight and contour, but this part is supposed to be light and around the perimeter is supposed to be dark. But you want to make sure that that line between the two is blended seamlessly. I'll show you guys what I do to make sure that is done correctly. I'm gonna take this angled brush here. It's just a smaller version of like a contour brush, but I'm gonna use it for my nose contour. And then we're gonna go in with our all over powder. All right, so I'm gonna go in with this shade here, and I'm gonna use that as my all over powder. So I'm literally just dipping into it. You would use pretty much any type of pressed powder to do this step anyway, so I'm just going to just dab this all over. And this is gonna blend all of that harshness that you see on your face. It's gonna blend all of the contours and everything together. Here you wanna focus it so that that line, look at that. I barely even touched it. You want to make sure that that line between those two is like non-existent. So as you guys can see, I pretty much blended that out. Okay, I'm feeling myself. I'm going to use one product that isn't NYX, but you don't need to know what I'm about to do. You don't need to know. All right guys, so I'm gonna go back into the eyeshadow palette, take that deep brown shade and just apply it to my bottom lash line. This is pretty much gonna complete the whole eye look and just bring everything together. And I'm just focusing it on the outer portion of my eyes. That's gonna give a more smoky look rather than bringing it all the way into the corner. Literally, I'm stopping like halfway. And that just brought my whole eye look together. I'm loving it. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my NYX High Glass. This is in Golden Hour. And we're just gonna put this on the highest points of our face. So the cheekbones here. It's pretty on the nose because we want to be glowing. You want to be glowing, sis. And the Cupid's bow. All right, so I'm gonna move on to lips. I'm gonna use a few lip products today, guys. So I'm taking the NYX Lingerie Push Up. I'm gonna use this as a liner just because I have no dark lip liner from NYX. So I'm gonna use this to pretty much line the outer portion of my lips. Now I'm gonna go in with the NYX Lip Tease. This is in Latte. And then just to lighten the inner portion of my lips, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Lingerie in Corset. All right, the last step is obviously setting your face. So I'm gonna go in with the NYX Matte Finishing Spray.